I can't help but feel like this lineup is just going to continue its success and really become a beast. I mean, that's what they're coming into Montreal with, right? Is this idea that they are the favorites and that they can very much cement themselves with a win. So we'll see if they can kick it off in their opening match versus a unexpected opponent of Galeforce.
As Chudy throws a rather lackluster flash.
Yeah, although there are some solid nades going into this B bomb site, and those smokes could definitely block off the vision of the double op, if that is the case. But we've got Galeforce now just dropping into drop down, where now the bomb's been thrown. MSL is able to catch 2 kills on the windowsill, leaving Gishoro try and trade, but it's the 3K for MSL instead. And now Galeforce, well, they're just left 2v5 on the opposite side of the site with no device to play off of.
Well, device is on Astralis, so that makes sense. I like how there's crickets in the game that actually matched that timing. That was very good. As MSL stands behind APC. Bomb, as you mentioned, already went down and drop and now sits in connector. Decision has to be made. There's a minute to work with, but you've got 5 North players who are spread out across the map, not giving away anything. And in fact, Volda's positioning is going to catch out Marky. That's inevitable. Might have been worth it to sit back and play the long game against North, where you've got a 3-0 lead. You've got money to work with to some extent. If they had saved the 2 AKs, they would have been in a much better position, because now, as I mentioned, Volda, unlike what we saw from Complexity, knows bombs down, that's fine, but goes to the approaches and shuts out map control in doing so. Volda tries to spray in again. He's got the lineup as well. John Boy Tag gets a second one through the smoke. In 2 consecutive rounds, he holds off the archway, and he's got support from Cajun on top of the site. Smoke dissolves. I know it's pistols, but good positioning and read from Volda.
And as opposed to just executing in and just walking into what was the North rotation, they decide to just pump the brakes, rotate back towards B. We've seen this before, that late B hit. And of course, they're still going to have the utility to go for this. Lots of smokes.
This is a good read. This is actually even better, so it's not even over toward B. This is knowing there's going to be rotations and then trying to play it on the single anchor on A. The problem is they lost the most important duel of all of them, and that was toward long. If they'd won that, it would have been a sitting man in the open and the site open. Instead, they take the risk and have to go toward the blender. 12 seconds. I admire slowing it down, but they have to get the bomb planted, and Yashiro will commit to doing so. Fights back, has subtle information that has timed and away, because he no longer has track of where the 2 players are, and Volda is able to pull it back. Tough task for one man, but he's certainly been quick with the AWP throughout the course of the game. Rotations would be quick enough for Marky if he can get toward the balcony, but a shot missed. They're going to have to start to lead that now, and it's actually Tootin at this end early. John wants the site, gets there just before the entry comes in, and they'll hold to stables. But he overcommits. Exactly, he could be caught off as Volda gets Tootin back. Config's going to follow it up.
Now, of course, that 5v3, this looks great for North. Gishoro taken down as he tries to get through the fire, and all of a sudden, the hopes of Galeforce may have just crumbled. A rapid execution from North is what nets them the afterplant. And Galeforce is going to have to try desperately so. It's only Marky, and he finds only one, as North will cut it close, but seal the deal regardless. They go the distance, and that's something to be proud of.
We are live, folks, and we do want to remind you, you can also watch this matchup over on sliver.tv, so be sure to go ahead and check that out, so you can win some great prizes over there. There's just nothing working for Kinguin. To be completely honest, I mean, it's very basic. They're just missing a lot of their shots. We've seen quite a few, very inexcusable whiffs coming out from them, and it's leading to these rounds that otherwise they would have been able to easily control, in my opinion.
And Kinguin are obviously knowingly giving up mid now based on their positions. They're playing towards Cat, but that doesn't matter right now. Mouse is going to try to shut them down, and look how many players Kinguin have towards Cat now. 2. 1 player ladder, 1 player jungle, 2 catwalk. Mihu's nade is good for 1. So finally Kinguin have a man advantage. Can they transition it? But Config just gets the free swing. They forget that connector's been conceded. Shapiro is pushed all the way through a ramp, and Config just going to have the map really to work with at his fingertips. Kinguin are aware they don't want to contest mid anymore. That's why they're putting a lot of pressure towards connector and catwalk. But it doesn't matter right now with North. They're pretty much turning into the VP plow, the North plow.
I feel like Kinguin could still win this round. This one's not over just yet, especially with that flank inside of Palace right now. Spiro, oh, AZ, you want to move, my man? Nope. Oh, no, here we go. Oh! He missed the back, not again. No. Oh, my goodness. AZ's going to spin around
That's
so quickly and take him down. And, yeah, I don't think Kinguin's winning this round anymore. It's just Hyper left alone. He's going to get taken out by AZ, and North will push ahead into double digits here, 10-2.
You had to say it. North, I know. Kinguin should still have this round.
The thing is, you know that this is a potential thing that's going to happen.
He could have just shot him.
He's sitting at that awkward angle and he's like, oh, nope, that's the shoulder.
He shoots him. He gets the bomb. Unreal.
Good reaction from.
Yeah, that summarizes this game so far, though.
Now he's going to get ready to start to push up towards B. That's where the rest of the team is going. Michu, nicely done. He is able to find Config further into that site. But in the site itself, Valde trades one. The problem is he's stuck in a smoke by connector inside of apartments right now. So he's going to try to hold this. AZ and KGB are shutting down the rest of this hit, though. And Valde, he's going to finish it off. Beautifully done. Kinguin probably just going to try to brute force in there since the opening round setup for North here has usually been pretty light. It, for the most part, has been Valde or one other player here sitting to defend it with some assistance being available towards like Cat. But that takes a couple seconds to get into position, as you can see, and they're able to easily smoke that off. Config's going to flash himself back in, but oh my goodness, he's getting flashed every like 2 seconds right now. He can't maintain himself, but still the smoke coverage is enough to keep him alive for a few extra seconds there. He goes down. AZ and Cajun trade 2 kills right back after that. Valde just finds 2 players in the open right here. One's left alive, and with the CZ in hand, he's going to shut it down. It's North that take control. And with that victory, we'll get to push through on to the semifinals. So let's make some noise. It's Cloud9 versus North. Winner will move on to take on Immortals in the grand finals.
He's going to line up the Molotov. The Gob B, I guess we call it. So that's going to be outside the ladder as they're slowly going to gain some more control. Rush will pick up the AK. From the dead MSL body that lies there cold. And he's just going to get pushed. AZ, great movement to get top box. Uses UMP to his advantage. Won't clear under ladder, but will take the fight back site and through the box there on site. We'll find automatic. But Tarek on 16 with a CZ gets 2.
And more of them continue to fall. Finally, automatic trades for 1. Tags a second 2. And this is all while he's sitting at low HP 2. In a moment, he'll be flanked out. Rush counters that flank. Takes down Valde. Now puts him in, oh, all right. Puts him into a 1v3. Gets hit by that nade. Still doing some work, though. Picks up another player. Low HP and tags yet another one. That's Cajun B at 3 HP. Oh, he had an opportunity to kill Cajun there as well. But he safely ran away up that ramp now.
Rush has a kit.
They do have the molly, but as you can see, he just threw down the smoke. So I think he's actually going to try to bait this. The molly immediately goes down. The players push back out. Rush was hoping someone would push down ramp and thinking that he jumped on the defuse. They're right about that. They did get him out, but they're in the wrong spot. He's just trying to maximize damage, and now he's going to go in. He'll jump onto this. He might have just enough time. Cajun, he's going to find him. Cajun! Oh no! Rush gets the defuse, and finally, Cloud9 will get around. Cloud9. They're just going to be, for the most part, holding in those upper halls. The problem is they have no one down here to defend the T-spawn. So as you can see, we've already had one player push all the way out there. It is Config currently in position, and he's going to look to do some damage. Skadoodle's waiting, though, up there. He's checking for this, and Config's not going to check for it at all. Skadoodle had the bomb, too. I just realized that as well. So Config just mopping up shot. This might be one of the quickest faces I've ever seen. And it's so casual as well. There you go, over to the USP for it. Survives with 2 HP. Beautifully done by Config. And we're just going to have to see if this, what's probably just going to be an all-in inner attempt, is going to work out for them.
Config, in the meantime, has gotten aggressive down banana with his op. Doesn't really matter with Cloud9 coming out towards the B site. MSL misses his spray. Valde, though, will correct it to at least get 1 for his life. But AZ, he's quick out Z. He's looking for a brawl. He's going to find it. Stewie goes down. As Cajun B is going to molly first train. No one is there, but look at Tarek's HP. So low. As Config, even from the heavens, is going to tag another player. It's just Tarek, 6 HP, 1v3. To keep C9 alive on train. He's on bomb site, and the bomb is ticking. But he gets spotted and neutralized. North will pick up the first map on C9's pick.
That's Cloud9 back into an advantage position, 4v3. And next up is AZ at bat here over on the A platform. He's isolated too. He's going to have a little bit of support from the Heaven balcony. Oh, nicely done from AZ. Sneaks out, gets a kill, automatical trade, but AZ's still alive. Just stuck in the barrel corner, but he's doing work. There you go, another kill from AZ. But Tarek trades it, brings it down to a 1v1, but AZ can't be stopped.
But a good time Molly. Stewie's going to go as he's smoked off towards Danger Stairs. Stewie's going to go, but he's still blind the whole way. As it's an easy frag for AZ. You can see the rotations come through as that one player flies to flower pots as Automatic does his best to bring it back for C9, but AZ's still holding on, and that's his 4th. A one-man army towards mid leaves Tarek in his own 1v4.
Cloud9 are going to get ready to start this push outside. Cajun B's ready for it, though. Nades are going to be tossed back out. Great flash right into Cajun's point of view. Is going to completely blind him, make him miss that first initial op shot, and that's great. The problem is they let him fall back, and they don't smoke out anything else in the site, so when they finally peek out from Broken, they're getting torn to shreds. Skadoodle picks up 1 kill to counter this back out, but they're still behind you a huge margin. Automatic tries to change it up, but even Config paying attention to that.
Where Valde will just a smoked drop room as Cajun B with his op will find Rush, and again he knows exactly when to fall off. He knows when there's too many players coming his way. He'll reposition towards sight, and an easy shot on a Terra because he holds E-box, and Cajun B showing you his world-class style right now as Skadoodle is going to be forced to save, and it's just Cajun B again showing you why Plat is his playground right now.
They use their utility before going for this. It's a lot better and a lot cleaner. They move in, they get the first kill, Skadoodle with a trade, but Cajun B is there to support. Makes it a 2-for-1 in North's favor. Beautifully done.
So systematic, and that's just what North bring to the table. That Molly would force the player out back. Tarek's forced to swing his alley, pushes up, and that is a perfect CT side aggression right there towards Plat, as MSL is going to hold this E-box smoke. Has to be careful, though. C9 still can open this one up, knowing they're down drop.
Cajun B as well is going to have more opportunities to frag with players continuing to push forward. One very close. You can see that player there trying to inch his way back out. It's Rush, but it doesn't matter. Finally peeks out his shoulder far enough for Cajun B to take the shot and connect it as well. Taking him down, just leaving Stewie alive, but he's also going to fall to Cajun.
So their rebuy potential is looking pretty good. There's a couple players low, but the rest make up for it. As Tarek's getting aggressive on a nice flash. He gets one, but an immediate trade from MSL.
This is good smoke coverage coming out from North, though, so players from Cloud got to take some risks. Rush moves up, gets a 2-for-1 trade there after he goes down to AZ, but he also took down another teammate, so it's an even battle. MSL, he's picked up an M4 to play with here as well.
Smokes.
He's still with the CZ. The smoke wall from North is perfect. This is why North was playing the defaults before. Now they're going to bust out the rails track there, and there you go, North steal the round away on a half-buy, and they're going to push it up to 15.
And Rush is sitting back sight, very safe. They have no map control, no information. They don't know if North has fallen back, if they're walk pushing towards sight. It's just a great unknown. So it's on to Stewie and Rush to really come together and bring this one back.
And as they continue to push back up here, Cloud9.
Oh, Molly.
Well, they're going to have two on the site. Molly's going to send Rush out, though, and now it all falls to Skadoodle in a 1v4. Molly upstairs, too. He's going to push right through it, and Cajun B will shut it down. There you have it, ladies and gentlemen. North take control of the series, 2-0, with a 16-11 scoreline.
Well, guess what, guys? I have an Easter egg for you, and it is that we will not be seeing the first map of Mirage. It does look like the Immortals have forfeited it due to being late to the stage and to playing, and that's just the way the cookie crumbled, I suppose. I don't really know what else to say about that other than the process needs to be respected, and rules by tournament organizers need to be respected, and the right thing is certainly, I believe, right here. I remember... No, we're not going down the path. Anyway, guys, so that should make your predictions just a little bit different here. We do now only have... I mean, we're basically going into this grand final with North having a map advantage.
Yeah, well, if North want to win before, they sure are now.
It's over.
I think we're just working on a headset.
I think we're actually about to go live.
Well, you can go live. I'll go live with you, and everyone else can join us online on sliver.tv to go live and win some prizes. All you've got to do is join the URL. You'll see exactly this game as presented to you if you're watching it on Twitch, only with prizes. That's even better. Lucas goes aggressive. Contact made immediately, and it's overrun. AZ's able to take him down as they push toward long and get map control. Map control very early as well. Single smoke for MSL that can cut off the doorway. Already thrown. Flashes will go high. KNG's position close does mean when they wrap, he can catch them off, but it should be traded. They're not quite close enough, so not an immediate trade, but AZ does have the accuracy, having picked up the USB.
And the bomb, of course, is making its way to the B site where he meets Henny. Able to find a kill already, dropping it towards the site, but Cajun B is able to trade that, so it's all on Steel. And unfortunately, he too toppled as he gets plucked from the side of the APC. Valda even feels that this corner could be occupied, so he's going to peek into it, finds a turned head from Steel, and another man advantage now as the terrorists start to cross. They have convinced Cajun off, but he re-peeks and finds the kill to Henny. Lucas, Bolt, all that remain. And then you see how the T's just reel back into the drop down where Cajun is able to find an opening frag. Bolt tries to cross, and it costs him his life. And MSL, he anchors in connector. He never moves from the bottom of that windowsill. And then if ever the B-site players feel pressured, he just starts chucking utility over top of the door. We've seen it have impact in multiple instances already. But we're going to see if the Immortals can still pinch into the B-site. They have no feeler towards A, where North start to give up. Entry taken down by Valda. He's able to lock it in for now. And Cajun's patient on this angle. Oh, he holds the line.
Sit and wait as well. He might get gifted. Shoulder baits are fine, but not if two people are going to do it, because if he fires at one, he'll still hit the other, and he goes back around the statue and finds KNG as well.
Config posted up, spots 3 players cross, and then repositions for the lower peak, but it's easy over on the stairs. Oh, he sprays, finding 2, and then getting dropped himself, leaving Config to divert his attention and still pummel away with the op, denying Immortals. Oh, but Bolts flashes his way in, finds Cajun, and now it's on MSL. He lets one cross, but he spots the next.
This is big. Take me to your later. Follow. Oh, he does turn 2. He has to fire, but he's still behind them. Nade thrown. They've got the attention turned back. He's ready on the angle. It'll bring Volda back inside of the front of the site, however. If he could have found 2, if he had been just 1 better, all his chances would have increased, but with 41 seconds, they have time to rotate the bomb back away from A. Volda's got it down to a one-on-one with Henny. AWP, 9 HP, has to hit the first shot. Volda, a single bullet from any gun, takes him down at this point in time as he sits back as well. Bomb in Henny's hands has to go away at this point. From long, there's no time to get back to B. And he'll creep his way in. Thought about pre-scoping it, because remember, that is an audible noise heard on both sides. But instead, he'll rely on his reaction time. And Volda knows that he's got to cross now. He'll gamble on staying on A, and he does so correctly. Map and championship point for North already.
And while we did watch Immortals try to work the double up setup prior to, it's going to be the 5 rifles this time around. And again, a fast play towards the A site. AZ up close will be tested, and he sprays for 3. Lucas with a trade, though, and Immortals with an entry chance.
Config will shut it all down, though, getting behind him. The chance gone. And in one map, they win a best of 3. That's right, because North were gifted the first one, and they clean up. Let that not be an asterisk beside North's performance, however. They were excellent throughout this whole event. It would have been a challenge for Immortals either way. But they've got problems to face, inevitably. The ridicule of many. An organization that's probably not too pleased. And a chance at victory they gave away. North seizes the opportunity. Dreamhack Montreal champions, not too bad.
Not too bad at all. I mean, again, this kind of just restabilizes their recent performances. They've had good tournament runs as of late. And this is one of those events that I think a lot of teams came into and wanted to kind of establish themselves with the win. If you had asked me at the beginning of the weekend who we'd see in the finals, it should have been these 2 teams. But it's truly North that showed up today, and they cement themselves at the top.
Well, north of the border, it's North in Dreamhack Montreal 2017. Didn't have CS here last year. This week we do. They are your Canadian champions, if you will. North. And fitting they let Volda pick up the trophy. New boy on the team, 2 straight finals for them. One with great success. It's a great start, good honeymoon story.
Yeah, I mean, again, we speak of, you know, Pimp on the analyst desk mentioning how there's always this kind of grace period with a team that MSL has newcomers come to. He's very good at fitting them into their mix, and so this is just par for the course. North, a real powerhouse right now, and an excellent top 10 team.